Okay, so it looks like we are live. Let's just give it 1 second to make sure. I see it loading on the back end.
Okay, so it looks like.
Oh. Okay. There we are. I think that we're live. I just want to give it 1 more second to make sure everyone can get in. We are live in our Zoom webinar and also streaming live onto YouTube so that our participation is not limited to a certain number. And I think I see participants on here. Just gonna give it 1 more second.
So we're already at more than 100, so we don't have that problem.
Just gonna give it 1 more second and just sort of let everyone.
We're actually stopped at 100. Is there something you can do about it? It looks like we have 100 attendees and then just the 4 panelists.
So what happens is 100 people are in this room and then it's streaming live onto YouTube. So we should be fine according to the directions I was given. Our tech wizard. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started then. Welcome to Back to School Night for Virtual Academy Middle School. I am going to share my screen. And can I get a thumbs up from my team if we can see? Yeah, great.
Okay. We are on.
We were giving you a thumbs up before you asked us what.
Thank you. I like the support. All right, so just a quick agenda. We'll introduce ourselves. Mrs. Wasserman from our Board of Education is here to share some information as well. Introduce our teachers and our team, share program details related to Virtual Academy Middle School, and then share some final notes with you. Ms. Wasserman, you are up.
Thank you so much, and welcome to everybody. This is really quite a school year starting off, and having the Virtual Academy, I am so thrilled and proud. We worked so hard over the summer, the staff, to have this option. And I think if I were a parent, I would be definitely in this option. I just came back from CVS and I had gloves on and I had a mask. I had to go in because they didn't send me the right prescription. So I get why you've made this decision, and I think it's terrific. And I'm so proud that as a district, we were able to do this, offer these choices, offer an opportunity for students to continue to learn in a virtual academy. I'm just thrilled with this option and this opportunity. And I thank you for being patient and for really showing flexibility, passion, and dedication to our district, and your commitment to your students and to providing a safe and healthy way for them to learn is really, it touches my heart. And I know as a member of the board, we're very proud to have this option. And so to be able to pull, this is like pulling a rabbit out of the hat. I think everybody involved, there was not a moment of summer vacation. And so please enjoy this experience. Be patient with this experience. As with all platforms of distance learning, there's bumps and glitches along the way. We just had a family Zoom for a birthday, and it was chaos trying to get it started at first, but I know things will be up and moving swiftly to your expectations. Please stay in touch with your teachers, stay in touch with the staff. You're members of our district, you're members of our community, and that's really important to us. Know that those layers are there to support you. The school district is still providing meals from the middle schools every school day. You can come get 2 meals per student, and we want to make sure that you have the technology you need, you have the internet that you need, and as well the support. So the Counseling 360 office is available as well. Please take a look through our website and through the community360.me website for all sorts of ways that we can support your education journey as parents and as supporters of your students. And please know we are here for every student, and we are here for you to help out during this year. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I was so excited to get started that I didn't introduce myself or let Mr. Cashman or Ms. O'Connell do the same. So I just want to also say hi, I'm Ashley Winter. I coordinate our virtual academy for about 2,300 students, TK through 12. Mr. Cashman, you want to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. I'm Eli Cashman. I'm the Dean of Alternative Programs at the district. Of course, this includes the Virtual Academy as well as some other programs in our secondary sites.
And Ms. O'Connell?
Yes, I am Kathleen O'Connell, and I am one of the counselors at our Community 360 Counseling Center. And as Mrs. Wasserman mentioned, I will be giving a little bit of information further along in this presentation about how we can best support your students socially and emotionally as they move through this year.
Thank you. So this is just a small part of our team, but we have some pretty amazing teachers to introduce you to as well.
Cool. So let's start with language arts. We really have an amazing team, and we're not just saying that. We're super excited to work with these teachers. So language arts, Mrs. Hoffman, Mr. Schroeder, Mrs. Sealander, and Mrs. Wigger. And I'm just going to say it's really cool that both Ashley and I worked at different sites, and we get to work with teachers who we worked at different schools, now through the virtual academy. It's really, really awesome.
Yes, and while the teachers are not live here with us, they are here watching. And so this is a shout out to them and also an introduction as you will go to their individual classrooms later this evening. So for math, we have Mrs. Kaminsky, Mrs. Hoffman, a different Mrs. Hoffman than the language arts Mrs. Hoffman, Mrs. Mahendra, and Mrs. Spielman.
Social studies, we have Ms. Holman, Mrs. Steele, and Mr. Wilcox.
And our three science teachers, Mrs. Bryant, Mrs. Carrillo, and Ms. Case.
And a special shout out to our elective teachers, because they are doing an amazing, amazing job. For electives, we have the dual teacher model where kids have an elective class where they can choose so many different options, whether it's Spanish or photography or all these different options. And our teachers are mentors there to support, to help with process, with monitoring, with attendance and those kind of things. And then they have the other teacher through whether it's Apex or another platform. So our teachers, Ms. Holman, Mrs. Hoffmaster, Mrs. Sealander, and Ms. Castillo de Lijar.
Last but certainly not least, our PE teachers, Mrs. Conran and Mrs. Hoffmaster.
And let's talk about special education. Our special education program was created in a way that mirrors the on-campus classes. So our students in the virtual academy can get the support from the teachers who are on the on-campus model. They just work together as if it was just one class.
Thank you. And so through that model, all of our special education students are receiving all of the services per their IEP that are required. So some quick program details. As Mrs. Wasserman said, this year is different. And different can be scary, but different can also be great. And it's a great opportunity for us to create a program to meet a wide range of students' needs. In the middle school virtual academy, we have over 500 students. And so we're working hard to meet those needs. And despite those differences, coming together as a community to serve our students. We do want to remind you that although different and different can be good, it can also be really challenging. So our job is to help your students start their day with positivity. a happy face, a warm greeting. Teachers are already well underway getting to know their students and building classroom communities that way, virtually. And just a reminder to you to help your students start their day with positivity. So I've shared this story before. If you heard it already, I apologize. I do think it's a great story though. I heard from a parent who starts their day with a dance party every morning. It doesn't matter, Monday through Friday, it doesn't matter where their kids are going. And every single morning is about like moving your body and having some form of physical movement and expression to a happy song. And it's made a wild difference in this family's house in terms of like setting their intention for the day and starting on a really happy note. So whatever your traditions are, or maybe this is an opportunity to create new traditions, just a reminder to start your day and your kids' days with positivity. I also wanted to share that all of our teachers are using Google Classroom. Some are using Zoom and some are using Google Meets. I put Zoom there because my bias is Zoom. That's because it's what I know, but teachers can use either Zoom or Google Meets. In the event that one of those platforms is ever down, the other is available to teachers as a backup. And all of our teachers are providing their links through Aries so that only students with authenticated LVUSD accounts can access those live classroom sessions. I know that I also shared this morning in an email sent out through Parent Square, but just another reminder that we now have an attendance clerk. We're so happy to welcome Brenda Evans, who started yesterday supporting Virtual Academy attendance. And if you ever need to report an absence, you will email vaattendance@lvusd.org. We're working to get a link up on our website so you can click it and it will open your inbox automatically as well. And so you'll need to provide her with the information sent in the email earlier this morning, and she will work with you to make any modifications or report any attendance issues there. And then lastly, counseling support. We're really lucky to have both site counselors, so from our 3 middle schools, all of those counselors, and also Community 360 counselors who are all supporting Virtual Academy students. And so our counselors are there to support. So if your home site is Lindero, the same, Ms. Johnson and Ms. Gagliardi are the counselors who are there to support VA students as well, Virtual Academy students. At AE Wright, we have Ms. Howard and Hollingsworth, and at AC Stell, we have Ms. Friedman and Shakiba. And then in the Virtual Academy, while we have all those counselors, we also have Ms. O'Connell, who acts as a liaison between the Virtual Academy and the sites, and she's there to support with social and emotional needs, parent engagement, and wellness. But enough about this. I'm going to let Ms. O'Connell talk for herself. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Cashman. So as I said before, and as you see on the screen in front of you, we have an incredible team over at our Community 360 Counseling Center, which we are so privileged to have in this district. It is such an innovative program where we are able to provide support not only to your students, but also to you as parents. We know that this year is going to look different, as it already does. We know that we are going to have to navigate it in a different way, and that might entail reaching for some different tools and strategies and supports along the way. So we are here to support you. We work very closely with the site counselors. So if you or your family or your student is feeling that they could use a little extra layer of support, please know that you can book appointments with us directly through our community360.me website. And that direct link to book counseling would be community360.me/counseling. You'll be able to see the bios of the counselors we have in our counseling center and directly book a 30-minute appointment with us that is completely confidential, so we can help you find the support that you might need this year.
Thank you. Okay, so I realize this is a lot of information on one slide. Oh, Okay, I wasn't sure if Ms. Wasserman was talking to us. So I realize this is a lot of information on one slide. So this is coming out to you in a Parent Square update tonight as well, along with the link for this presentation so that you can watch it back, or anyone who isn't watching live with us has access to watch it as well. But this is the middle school virtual academy and distance learning calendar for the year, so that we've had a couple of parents just ask, like, is today an odd day or is today an even day? And so this outlines all of the odd and even days for the semester. And then the blue image goes through and tells you exactly what time each period starts, so that you know kind of what's what. And I guess I should clarify, I sort of take this for granted because I taught in a block schedule. So when we say odd or even days, an odd day is periods 1, 3, and 5, and an even day is periods 2, 4, and 6. And so if you look at the document on the left, it will tell you based on the day of the week if that class period is an odd day or an even day. And so I would print this out when you get it tonight and put it on your refrigerator or child's bathroom mirror or workspace, wherever is a good place to help them remember where to go that day, because it is a little bit of an adjustment period if you've never been on a block schedule before. Again, all of this is coming to you in a PDF document tonight via Parent Square, so you can print it right out on your computers.
Okay. So yeah, life is definitely different, and it's different for students, and it's also different for parents. So here are a few tips that we'd like to share with you. One is to make space to work, space for the child to work, maybe a place for you to work. That's different from where the kids go to sleep. So to the extent possible, of course, every home is different, but to the extent possible, try to find a place that is different from where the kids go to sleep. We talk, and I shared this story before, where, you know, if you do go to work elsewhere, away from home, you get in the car, you drive, and that's time to kind of shift mentally from home mode to work mode, and then the same way on the way back. And if we're home, that's a little difficult. So something to do, shifting just a little bit to a different place, really makes a difference. The next one is create a routine. If it's a party at a dance party every morning, then that's awesome, like Ashley was sharing. But anything else, it doesn't matter what, as long as there's a routine, kids work so much better when there is a routine. If they can set an alarm, middle school, if they have their own phone or some other device, they can set up an alarm. They can set up multiple alarms, like one for each class period. Routines would really help. And you can plan that Wednesday to be a little different because the schedule is different. Headphones. If there are multiple people doing different things, talking on meetings, that stuff like that, wear headphones. And parents, you too, wear headphones, because if you're in a Zoom meeting, that could be distracting to the student, and not only to the student, but also to everybody else in the class. Just be mindful of those things. And then we're spending a lot of time on a screen, and once in a while, it's important to take a break. Take a break, go outside, look at something that's not a screen, something that's more than 18 inches away from you, get some fresh air, get some vitamin D, and then come back. It's really, really important to take a breather. Ask for help. There will be times where things are frustrating and confusing, and if you're not in the classroom, you don't know what the teacher said, and the student explains it, but reach out, ask your child's teacher, ask the counselor, ask us, reach out, because we're here to support. And finally, empathy. On our very first Zoom webinar, technology did not work, or it did, but not very well. So be understanding. Things like that are going to happen, technology problems, and maybe a teacher has a kid in the background, and that's going to happen. Just be aware of it. Practice empathy, because we're all in this together.
So some final notes. I'm sure you have seen our weekly Wednesday updates. There's one coming out again tonight. We're really working to streamline our communication. So every Wednesday you will receive a video from either myself or Mr. Cashman or both of us sharing updates for the week. So you can look forward to that again tonight. And then we have coffee with the coordinator and Danish with the dean. And for middle school parents specifically, it will be September 22nd at 9 a.m. It will be a webinar format similar to this one. So if you're not able to join at that time, please know that we will record it and send you that link, just like we do for all of our webinars. So that will be accessible to you at any point in your day or later that week if you choose to watch it then. And then just another reminder to set your intention for the day, help your students set their positive intention for the day. You can totally have a dance party if you want to, or find another way to create a happy tradition in your home in the morning. And lastly, a reminder that together we can do virtually anything. I'm going to leave this up for a moment. This is the bell schedule for visiting individual teacher classrooms. If you are a parent of a Lindero Canyon middle school student, our back to school nights were on the same night. So you can at 6:30 go to Lindero Canyon's general session webinar, similar to this one. If you're not a Lindero Canyon parent, you don't have to worry about that. And then all class periods will begin to meet at 7 o'clock. So similar to the way Mr. Cashman shared that students need recess, sometimes adults do too. So this is a great opportunity to take a quick walk around the block, stretch, have a bite to eat, spend some time with your kiddos, do whatever you need to do before 7 o'clock, and then you will go to your teachers. Teachers either sent out their link via Parent Square, or they provided their link in Aries. And in order to get that, you'll need to log in with your student's account into Aries and click on your teacher links that way. And so all of that is available, again, either on Parent Square or through Aries. Teacher links are posted there. I'm going to leave this up just for another second in case you need to take a picture of it. It was also sent in our email yesterday. And that is it on our end. Thank you for being here. We're so grateful you're with us in the Virtual Academy. We're grateful that you are with us tonight, even if that means that you're watching this recording another day and time. Thank you for investing in your kids and trusting your teachers and trusting us to provide them with a great school year. We hope to see you on the 22nd and hope you have a great night tonight. Thanks.
Good night.
Bye.
Thank you.